Well, I finally got a chance to sneak out, actually use the camo tent, and this will be the field test of it. I'm going to tell you a couple of things I did with it, show you my sleep system, and as you can see, there's a windstorm coming up, so we're about to find out how well it does in the wind. First thing, let's go inside and take a look and see how I got it set up for sleeping. Now what I did is I'm trying something out new this year that I've never used before. Is I picked up a fleece sleeping bag. They're very lightweight, and this cost about me $20. And believe it or not, it kept me really warm, surprisingly warm than I thought it would. It got down into the 60s last night, and it's still quite warm. Of course, for protection, yep, kept a machete next to me all night long. And what I did for a pillow is this little stuff sack I had. I went in and put my jeans and my shirt in there, and a couple towels I carry with me, and it made a great little pillow. The only problem was the clasp kept grabbing my hair all night, and that was kind of unpleasant. The only other problem I had is there's nowhere to hang my tent light, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. I was thinking maybe putting a little piece of Velcro up there on the tent itself and sticking it on there and see if it would hold up. But other than that, I slept really well, believe it or not. And I did keep the back flap open and the front flaps, and the wind's blowing right through the tent. I got a nice little breeze through there, so I did not have any condensation built up at all. Let's go out and take a look at some of the other modifications I made. Now the first thing I did right away is I took the factory ropes off. They were crap. I mean, I was pulling on one and I broke it. So I have a bunch of polycord laying around, and I had blue, so I went ahead and put blue on it. If I get some camo, I'm probably going to put it on there, but yeah, I'm not too worried about it. The second thing I did, and is the most important thing of all, is to seam seal this tent. I used Camp Dry on it. I used a can and a half, and I did a very light coating because I didn't want to do it very heavy to make the tent real shiny, because I kind of still wanted to have the camo. If you had it shiny, it would reflect the light. The second thing I did is I used Gear Aid, I think that's it, yep, Gear Aid seam sealer. Comes in a little tube with a little brush, and I used 2.5 tubes of that on all the seams, and I did them very heavy to make sure that they wouldn't leak. And yes, definitely sprayed the floor pan of the tent. Now, if we come up here, instead of using the factory tent stakes with it, these are my pack stakes. I call them pack stakes because I carry them in my pack. They're real lightweight, they're very inexpensive, and if you break it or lose it, who really cares? So I'm using those instead of the factory stakes because they were just too thin, and actually, believe it or not, they were a little bit heavier than my pack stakes. Now eventually I'll probably move to something a little different, and if I continue using this tent. But I was very happy with them, and they hold it in there quite nicely, and I really do kind of like the blue poly rope. Let's take a look over here. Because when I said in the first video they had that factory I found out there's actually another tie down right here, which I'm not using right now because, yeah, even though it's really windy out today, I'm a pretty heavy guy, and I don't think the tent's gonna go anywhere with me sleeping in it. But yeah, actually, you know, it's not a bad little tent for $20. I'm really impressed how rugged it is. And I didn't even use a ground cloth because, see that? Poly tarp right there. The same stuff that I use to sit on all the time and cover stuff up in the shop with. I never had any problems. It's exactly the same tarp that I've got right here. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to grab the camera and walk out 15 foot in 3 different directions and see how well the camo works. And to be able to spot the tent, I'm going to take my red bag here, throw it on the camera tripod, and hopefully this will work as a marker. So I'm going to go 15 foot that way. Yeah, let's do 25, 30 foot. We'll go that way, and then I'm going to kind of trucks off into the woods a little bit, and we'll use this as a marker point, so maybe we can see it or not, and just see how well that camera works out. So let's take a stroll over this way. Okay, we are 25 foot out on this direction, because if I go any further, I guarantee we won't be able to see the tent. The tent is right over that way. I'm going to keep filming until we can see it, or see the marker. And it's right there. Kind of walk out a little bit here. There, it's right there. Okay, I'm going to take off up over on the hill there. Okay, we are, I want to say, about 20 foot up. You just see the marker right around the corner. And look at that. That is mosquito heaven. That's what we call a very nasty bog. Ugh. Okay, let's come around here. Yep, there's our marker. There's the tent. Let's go down here. Here comes the wind. Carefully walk through here. See a little shot of the flower. Okay, that's just nasty. Okay. There's our marker. There's the tent. Let's go this direction a little way. There's the tent. And if you kind of see the marker, we're not that far out. I'm going to say maybe 23 foot. There's the tent. Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing some fishing here after I pack up. What a beautiful day. There we go. Well, all in all, let me give you my final thoughts on this tent. If you have a drink of water, I'm kind of parched. It's a little warm out today. Let's see how hot it is. Yeah, crap. Go up there. 85 degrees. Whew. It's gonna be a warm one. Well, all in all, great little tent. I'm very happy with it. $20. It's extremely rugged. In fact, I don't even carry it in its stuff sack. In fact, I removed my emergency shelter from the bottom of the pack and put it in place of that. And it's actually just a little bit lighter than my emergency shelter. So the weight width is really not an issue. And if you want to get it even lighter, you really don't even have to carry the poles. Just make your own wherever you put your tent in. As far as it being camouflaged, as you can see for yourself, I think it's great. I mean, it is a little shiny, and I think that's because I put the camp dry on there, but it'll, in time, dull down a little bit. A little extra tip, really important, if you are going to set this tent up in the sunlight, I would definitely wait till right about dusk. The simple fact is, it's a non-breathable tent, and it does get pretty freaking warm. So around dusk, I would set it up. As far as holding up in the wind, it's doing pretty good today. We've had a couple gusts, I want to say, at least 13, 14 miles an hour, and I haven't had any problems with it. But all in all, $20, it's a great little tent, great little emergency backup tent, and I'm sure it'd be actually a great main camping tent. Just the fact that it's just freaking rugged. I'm very impressed by it. So, as always, I'd like to thank y'all for watching. I do appreciate the new subscribers and all the comments you leave with me, and thanks a lot.